Things are way better than I think we originally thought regarding the Panthers' injury status with some of their players. We have some updates on a couple of them. As for the rest, things you may know, things you might not know, I'm going to enlighten you all right now with a bunch of updates. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Panthers Digest. I'm your host, Greg Andrews. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button down below and hit that hype button down below. Help me get to 4,000 subs. I appreciate all of your support, your comments, your questions, everything. I really do appreciate it, guys. And this is the place where you can find anything and everything that has to do with your back-to-back Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers. So I'm going to get right into this, guys. I'm not going to waste any time. So some good news on the 7 injuries. Yes, 7 with an 8th guy that has an asterisk next to his name. And I will tell you what has happened to Donovan Sebrango. Why have we not seen him in the lineup? But first, we're going to start off with Eetu Luostarinen. The good news. He has been updated today. His slate to return, I'm not kidding. Again, all of these things that I'm telling you now, they're out until at least this specific date. He's moved from week to week to day. It says on the injury report on CBS.com as well as NHL.com or CBSSports.com, that his expected return date is tomorrow night. He could be ready. He did suffer burns from the barbecue accident on his legs. So we will see if he does indeed suit up for the Cats tomorrow. I wouldn't say 100% certainty. Yes, he will, but there are his numbers on the season. You can see at the very bottom, 25-26, 3 goals, 7 assists. And I'm sure if he does come back and he's feeling up for it and he's not in a ton of pain, which, if you've ever been burned, as slightly as it may have happened to you, you know it sucks. So imagine if you have burns on your legs substantially. Not going to be easy for him to put those knee pads on, or the shin guards, knee guards, all that stuff, the pants. It's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, especially skates if it's on his feet and he was wearing sandals, but we don't know. It just says he was burned on his legs. No overnight visit, so that is good news. He did not stay there overnight. He was treated at the hospital, but that is some good news. So day-to-day expected return date is tomorrow night. So Will he be there for that? I don't know. We will see. Still up in the air. I'm sure we'll get some updates from Jameson Olive or some of the other Panthers insider. You guys can check out Florida Hockey Now as well. They do a great job of giving you guys up-to-date information, as well as Tomas Nosek. Some good news is his expected return date is coming up December 10th. He had that knee surgery. He's expected for December 10th. It was not nearly as severe as what happened to Aleksander Barkov, so we have to cross our fingers that he is back on the ice and skating. I have a feeling the return date really means more of he will get back to skating by the 10th. We will see, but that is his update on when he is expected to return. Those are his numbers from last season, only a goal and assist, but still, I've said this before, every player on this team knows their role. They are as equally as important as the next guy, even though if they're on that third defensive pairing or on that fourth line, their roles are critical in the success of that specific line. So when I say each piece is as critical as the best player on the team, I'm talking about line chemistry, things like that. And I know some of you have said in your comments, yes, the chemistry is the biggest thing that this Panthers team needs to start figuring out, and it's still kind of all over the place because we keep losing players. So yes, chemistry is critical, but also losing your 2 best players is also a major thing that hurts the team and doesn't help us win games, which is why we are tied for 2nd lowest point total in the Eastern Conference with, ironically, the Toronto Maple Leafs. So let's keep moving on here, guys. Matthew Kachchuck, we all know, has started skating again. Easy skating, nothing crazy. He's putting his pads on. He's getting out there. He's skating around the ice, but not doing full contact, not going 100 million miles an hour like he usually does. It's a day-to-day thing, nice and slow for him, but he is back skating. I'm sure at some point we will get video footage of him skating around the rink. And as soon as I get that, I will show you guys, because that'll be exciting. You see his numbers last season. I already spoke about it yesterday. Cole Schwindt. Well, we all know his mishap on how he broke his arm running into his own goaltender, into Bobrovsky, and broke his arm and had to have surgery. His expected return date is January 19th. So we will not see him for at least another 6 to maybe 8 weeks. We will see. I think that injury is going to be a little bit easier for him to come back from, besides someone having a knee injury and a lower extremity injury. So that is good news. You see his contributions on the seasons on the season, 2 goals. He started picking up a little bit more steam, looked a little more comfortable, and then boom, ran into Bobrovsky, broke his arm, out, needed surgery. Jonah Gadjovich. Oh, man, this one was a hard pill to swallow when he got injured. He only has 3 assists on the season, but still such a big, energized guy when he is on the ice. Big dude, 6'3", 211 pounds. We do miss him on the ice. He sticks up for his teammates. He is not scared to throw him down with some of the best in the league when it comes to fighting, standing up for your teammates. He also hustles on the ice. He's very good on that forecheck. He's not afraid to throw his body around. So February 5th is his expected return date. Let's keep on going. Dmitry Kulikov. This one is another one that just hurts me because he really is such a great player. He's incredibly consistent. And man, that shoulder injury sucks. And he is out until at least March 17th. So that one hurts. Again, a lot of these injuries are just such long-term injuries that take a lot of time to recover, especially going through the rehabilitation process to get back on the ice. Hopefully we will see him suit up. Who knows, maybe January, February, at least trying to skate around, move that arm around. But again, it's mobility first, strengthening, and then you can get back to resuming kind of your normal operation. And Aleksander Barkov, we already saw the pictures of him in the park that is right next to their practice facility. He was doing Tai Chi without a knee brace on, so that is awesome news and great things to see from him. His expected return date is April 26th, so if we do make the playoffs, big if, he could be ready for that first game. But again, I don't know if we rush any one of these guys. I don't know if you would really rush them into coming back from a lower body injury. You know, Matthew Kachchuck, I would say, is probably the safest bet. I don't think we are going to see him. That says December 15th. I don't think it's going to be December 15th. I think it will be later. We're talking probably sometime mid-January. Yeah, I wouldn't rush him back. Let him take his time. Paul Maurice said there are several different steps that he's going to have to take and get cleared by the doctors. It's a slow process. Let's not rush any of these guys back, especially Barkov and Matthew Kachchuck. But hopefully Kachchuck will be back sometime in January. And here is one of the crazy things. Donovan Sebrango has been MIA, not because of injury, not because of illness, not because of rest. He's having issues with his visa. So that is why he is not suited up for the Florida Panthers. He has had trouble maintaining his visa. I don't know anything more other than that. And we all know he has been playing great on that third defensive pairing. Right now, a lot has to be figured out with that. And with the day and age that we live in, hopefully he's able to get back in the next couple of weeks. I'm sure we'll hear something about Donovan Sebrango. In fact, I would be interested to ask that question if I was able to do so to Paul Maurice or Bill Zito or someone from that front office to say, hey, what is going on with Donovan Sebrango? So guys, anyways, that is pretty much your update. These are the major injuries that we have. This is not all 7 players. Is it 3, 4, 5, 6? No, that's just 6 of them because I think they left Cole Schwindt off of that list. Yes, they did. That is CBS Sports right there showing all of the injuries and their expected return dates and when the injuries happen. So this is pretty much what we're dealing with as of today. Hopefully all of these players will be returning somewhere close to that expected return date. Again, I don't think Barkov is going to come back exactly on that date. Hopefully it'll be a little sooner because his progress has been very, very solid, very optimistic. Same thing with Matthew Kachchuck. I think Kachuk's going to take a little bit longer, but we'll see. Everything's a waiting game. It's kind of a guessing game right now. I'm sure we'll get little bits and pieces of information that come out from Paul Maurice and Bill Zito about the progress of each and every one of these players. I mean, that is a long list. And another big stat, all the games that these guys have missed in total so far this season. That's 113 man games lost between all of those players being out. That's a lot of missed games. Anyways, guys, I will have another video coming out possibly later today about some trade rumors. Some of them have been up in the past, kind of took a little bit of a backseat right now. Some have gained a little bit of steam. So I will share my thoughts on some of these rumors on how it could be possible. Is it worth it for the Cats to possibly trade for this player? Who do we give up? And how do they fit in with this Panthers team currently with where they sit? in the playoff race. Guys, anyways, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hype this video up, comment, like, share. Again, I appreciate all of your support. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you all so much again, and I will hopefully have another video out later. Go Cats!